Table 500. The series where the combos are absurd. So this is doubling itself 11 times? Are you gonna beat the MasterChef record? Or the combos are stupid? Alright, let's see how Konami decided to fix this card. By surely making it be once per turn, right? I mean, that's the only thing that could possibly make sense with something as ridiculous as this. Is that it is a once per... Oh, what is... Oh, it's not once per turn. From rookies to masters, you'll find something worth laughing at in this series. Taking part in Table 500 is easy. Check the description to find the link for submitting your replay, read through some of the requirements, like don't make it boring. And you too can be featured on the worst showcase of decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Here is Table 500. YouTube, welcome back to another episode of Table 500. In this series, we're gonna look at some of the funnies. Let's begin with replay number 1. This next replay is called King Crimson. I mean, I can think of who you might be referring to as the King Crimson. But sure. See what you got here. We're gonna go a rank 4 first of all into redo. I don't think we're here for you. Alright, let's see what the opponent's got here. Into the void. Are you okay? Plot 4 gameplay. Ashing the Into the Void. Alright. Cursed Bamboo Sword. Golden Bamboo Sword. Bro Drew. Add Illusion of Chaos. Put back. Magician Soul. Send. Impulse Negate. Activate Chicken Game. Chicken Game Draw. Book of Secrets for Blue Boy. Blue Boy normal summon. Adding Knowledge. Equip Knowledge. Send. Draw 2. Bro Drew. Engage. Engage for Drone. Another Bamboo Sword. Bro Drew. Drone for Kagari for Ingage. Alright. Let's see what your opponent can do here. I mean, I assume it's not just as simple as Exodia. But that's a lot of draw power though. Extra Foolish Amphibian. We're gonna ban... Who did we just banish? Magician Souls, okay. V-Doer effect. Wanted to stop that popping up all the time, didn't you? What is that card? Original Bamboo Sword. I've never seen the original. Okay. Chicken Game. Triple Tactics. Bro Drew. Upstart. Uh-huh. Card of Fate! Card of Fate! Each player chooses one card from their deck. Didn't choose a hand trap? Oh no, we're gonna do it all again! Why is Magical Mallet the slowest animation in Master Duel? My god. Ingage. Alright. How many Ray do you play? One day piece? Another Engage. The last Ray. Another Upstart. Into the Void. Last card in deck. Chicken Game. Chicken Game effect. Your opponent gains life points with Chicken Game. Reversal Quiz! Discard everything! Swap life points! Okay. Then you take the top card of your opponent's deck with a Redoer? You took the Afterglow! Banish this card as many afterglows from your hand deck, grave, and face-up field, and then shuffle one of your banish afterglows in there. During your next draw phase, reveal the card you draw for your normal draw and inflict 4,000 to your opponent if it's afterglow. The Redoer took the card. The absolute cinema. This is absolute cinema. Okay, that is incredible. Alright, it's James Cameron who's playing Mermel. I don't think Mermel does anything that interesting, surely. Activate Maxi. Us. Summon out the Abyss Pike. Pitch Dragoon. Oh, good 2-card combo here. See what you can do with this. Oh, add Kairoshin. Things are gonna get very funny. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a second. James Cameron, director of the Titanic, is playing Mermel? Are you doing a bit right now? Wait a second. Okay, Poseidra, Link Shokan's gonna summon back everything. And revive all of these. White Aura Porpoise. I love where you're going with this. Animador and Corcusaur. That's a different card, but close enough. We're adding like all of the Neo, like the Dallas monsters, or like that is the silly thing here. Deep Sea Repetiteur. Bring back the Neptibus and grow into Goatee of the Deep Beyond. How do you stop an extra deck, by the way? Tribute this to summon this guy who sends the field spell, sends all other cards in both players' hands and the field to the graveyard. It's the Titanic, the Ocean Dragon Lord Neo Daedalus taking down the ship here by James Cameron. Is this a stretch? I think that's what he's doing here, right? Close enough, close enough. I think it works, you know? Yeah. Makes sense. And we are doing some Predaplant shenanigans. These scales are very good because you get to fuse with them for free. But there's some very fascinating cards in our hand here. The Revived Sky God is responsible for some ridiculous moments. There's also, I mean, you could just tell from the artwork. I mean, look at this DM monster staple. The Cockroach Knight. Oh my god. When this card is sent to the graveyard, return it to the top of the deck. Alright. Let's see what the Predaplants allow us to do here. Tributing for the Ambulance to search out Brilliant Fusion. Recently put to 3 copies in Master Duel. There's a Cross Sheep. Sending Zaborg, by the way. And we're going for Seraphonite. Firewall Dragon. Full linked with the World Chalice. Adding back the Zaborg from the Brilliant Fusion we just sent. Normal summon Zaborg. It's the extra tribute. And now we get to send 8 cards from both players' extra deck to the graveyard. Look at these chain links here. Chain link 1, Kit Colossus. Chain link 2 and 3, Herald of the Arclight to search 2 ritual cards. We've got Cyber Sage and Cynet Ritual. Kit Colossus is going to mill 5 cards. And then it's time for Cynet Ritual. Tributing the Seraphonite. What does Cynet Ritual do? Is it Ritual from the Grave? Oh, no, it's the Sage we searched. It comes out of the hand temporarily here. Sage. And then banishing everything from the grave to go into Clockwork Dragon. Clockwork Dragon mills equal to the link rating of banish monsters, leaving exactly 0 cards in the graveyard. Keldo puts back Booby Trap. Fusion Substitute recycles Kit Colossus and draws the Boogie Trap. Boogie Trap, discard 2 to set the Sky God. Keldo Chain to put back 5 cards into the deck here. Bunch of combo pieces that'll surely come up here. Boogie Trap set the Revived Sky God, which gets immediately flipped from the effect of the Boogie Trap. Banishing a bunch of cards here for the effect of Fairy Tale Snow. And then Sky God draws the rest of those cards and Special Slifer from the graveyard that we put back here. There is the Anti-Human Intelligence plus the Temple of the Kings. Banish the Line of Dark. Humble Sentry. Put back the Cockroach Knight. Primal Seed. Add back Primal Seed. And Summer Homework. Summer Schoolwork Successful. I don't know what it does. It's been a while, but we'll see it in just a moment. Let's loop the Primal Seed for a bit. We get to activate the Summer School Schoolwork Success immediately from the Temple of the Kings. Activate this card by placing 5 Schoolwork counters on this. If a monster is special from the extra deck or a card is sent from the deck to the grave by a spell or trap effect, you can remove a Schoolwork counter. And if the counters go to 0, destroy this and gain 4,000, then a Schoolwork trap from the deck or grave. And then if you have 1 or less cards in your deck, you win the duel. How are we going to facilitate this? So that's what the Cockroach Knight is for. It puts itself back to the graveyard. Foolish Burial Cockroach Knight, which puts itself back to the grave. And then we Primal Seed back Primal Seed and Foolish Burial. And every time you resolve that, The schoolwork removes a counter. And there you go. That's how we get the 0 to be able to perform the schoolwork FTK. What rank is this? Bronze? Can we please get a big shout out and W for Sean here, who decided to sit through this? This is not a bot, right? Surely. Alright, let's see if this thing has an animation. And Clockwork Knight, Banish, Schoolwork Success, Return, and destroys itself. Gain 4,000, reset. Really? They couldn't be bothered? Well, school's out for summer. Well, Pendulum can do basically anything in the game if you try hard enough here. Put the counter on with the Spell Power Mastery. V-Spells is going to special summon itself and... Humegalo? Dark Red Enchanter. Once per turn, you can remove 2 spell counters from this card. And what was that, just hand loop? Discard a random card from your opponent's hand. Ooh, I see what you're going to be doing here. Alright, let's see how Konami decided to fix this card. By surely making it be once per turn, right? I mean, that's the only thing that could possibly make sense with something as ridiculous as this. Is that it is a once per... Oh, what is... Oh, it's not once per turn. How could they have skipped this? Just any spell card, by the way. Okay. God, this is terrible. Summon the Endymion from its effect. Then summon back the Magister to go into the Electrumite. Electrumite send Medusa. Add back Medusa. Electrumite draws a card. Link Shokan into Selene. How do you do this, like, 6 times? It seems really hard. 3 copies of Selene for sure. But how do you get the last 2 looped? I guess, let him cook here. Yaku King, bring up the Cerberus, Medusa, put all the counters on there. We're gonna go into Lina. Medusa target to... Oh, okay, Medusa revives a spell counter dude from the grave. That's number 3. Selene here is gonna be number 4. How are you getting enough counters for this, though? Destroy to add back. Institution, remove the counter to add Abductor. And then... That's card number 4 here. And recycle with the Institution again. And... That goes to Emerald. Recycle the Selene. Aha! Very clever. That's how you get a 5-card hand loop here. So, is this good? Like, does it also have follow-up? Because it's a little bit useless to hand loop your opponent for 5 and they top deck, you know, Snake Eye Ash or something. Well, name your favorite one card. That was a Manju, so, you know, maybe that did something. This has no disruption. So that your opponent could just draw, like, a card that plays through this, potentially. They didn't, but it could happen, you know? Just saying. Alright, well, the worst hand loop in Yu-Gi-Oh's history. This abysmal, terrible. You should be kind of embarrassed, actually. Last cards here. Wait a minute. Are you playing against the bot? That was like a combo. No, they don't have a spell in the grave, unfortunately. Alright, this next replay is called Umi Control. I'm not seeing many Umi cards here. In fact, I'm seeing zombies more than anything, but Exodia does anything you want in the entire game. Ooh, looping a card here. Vanadium. Oh, God, remember when that was a deck? God, it's been so long. Was that 5? That was 4. No, that was 5! Ignoble Knight of Black Lonzalan. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, dude. Alright, pop add. Special summon from the deck here, adding Valmonica, the Agathacological Voice. And now we're going to scale. Link Shokan into Beyond the Sus. Beyond the Sus, add Dark Dorado. Pendulum 3. Arrange the top cards of your deck based on the attribute. Everyone's favorite Saryuja combo. That's going to draw 4. Push summon out the Ferret. Ferret's going to then get 3 cards here. All of them are negated. This little interaction is absolutely ludicrous. Bringing back all of the Ferret targets and then unnegating them with Zolantis here. Now we get to use everything on the board here to do whatever we like. We are indeed going to have punk cards in our deck that, I don't know, facilitate some sort of fusion, Synchro 8 plays and rank 8s and stuff like that. Dragon Drive Fear Note, Revive, bring back, going into it is Zombie Vampire. Zombie Vampire detached to mill, fetch someone from the opponent. A monster card. That's going to be Virus Swordsman. Zalanta's Zone actually being important here. Lokka Samsara. I don't know what that was for. That was not a Vanadium card anyone played. Full link relevant here for the Virus Berserker. It allows you to bring back 2 monsters. Sequence. And that's 3. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Who? That's a Light Fiend? No, it's a Dark Fiend. Can Sequence summon Dark Fiends? Okay. It can. Alright, I don't know if it's relevant. Let's see what he does. Terahertz dumps the Clock Dragon. Yep, Clock. Into Clock Lizard. Yep, Clock Lizard. Tribute. Target Clock Dragon. Return the Clock. Banish. Special summon out the... That looks ridiculous. Fusion summon out the Cyber's Clock Dragon. Clock Dragon is then going to mill the entire deck here. Is it exactly enough? Yeah, it is exactly all the cards we need. We're going to use Keldo. Keldo's going to put back 3 cards to the top of the deck here. Banshee's going to activate the effect here to put one of those zombie worlds onto the field. And then the Mizuki gets to special summon anything from the graveyard because it's technically a zombie. So the robot, Scrap Golem, puts Scrap Kong on the opponent's side of the field. Mizuki bring back another Scrap Golem. Scrap Golem going to put another Scrap Kong on the opponent's side of the field. And then Mizuki going to summon out the 3rd Scrap Golem to give your opponent another Scrap Kong. Why are we giving our opponent so many Scrap Kongs? Alright, we're going to go Zalantis. And then we're going to go World Chalice, Guard Dragon, Banishing, target the Spyro Dragon, bring out the Spyro Dragon, AD Changer, change the battle position, triggering Lee to tribute the big fiend guy, trigger Sword of Sparkles, chain Spiral Power. I'm reading cards I've never heard of. Chaining Spiral Power, chaining Spiral Power. Okay, all 3 of them onto the Spyro Dragon. Equipping Grip, Wave, and Crash. And Sparkles puts itself back. Rollback effect, copy a trap in the graveyard, Spiral Assault. Pass turn. Your opponent's main phase 1, I believe, is skipped. Roll back in the standby phase, copy Battlemania. And Scrap Kong kills itself. And kills itself. Take 14 3 times. What is that? What? It's a win con? When your Spyro Phantasm Dragon destroys 3 effect monsters by battle equipped with 3 of the Spiral equips with different names, you win the duel. Forcing your opponent, after skipping their main phase, to go into the battle phase. Mandatory attack with the Battle Mania. You force them to attack your Spiral 3 times, destroying all of the monsters. You win the duel. That is the worst combo I've ever seen. Alright, your opponent's playing Labyrinth. Wait, are we here for you or are we here for your opponent? I think your opponent's the one who's cooking here. We got Chain Material, Temple of the Kings, and Labyrinth. Proxy Magician, Fusion Summon. You can use your deck for Fusion Summoning because of the Chain Material to make Hornsaurus. Hornsaurus and Kaitotera. Activate. Kaitotera brings itself back. Hornsaurus places Fusion Gate. So now we get to fuse from the deck and the grave again to go into Mud Dragon. Fuse again here because of the, what's it called? Chain Material. It's a Fusion Summon Chorozo. Oh, Elite Elemental Hero, Electrum. Banish, shuffle all banish cards into the deck. And then we're going to do it again into Egyptian God Slime. And then again into another Electrum. And then Electrum is going to put all the cards. But where are you going with this? You're going to Scrap Red Dragon Archfiend, destroy all of the cards, burn for 2,000. And I think I see where you're going. We're going to be looping the Scarlight Dragon Archfiend. Right? To do all this burn damage. Then banish all of the heroes again. It's all of the OG names. Avion, Burstinatrix, Sparkman, and Clayman. Shuffle them all back. Make id the 10. And then banish this for the Chorozo. Chorozo is a tuner. That allows you to synchro to the Scarlet Dragon Archfiend, banish all of them again into Electrum. Electrum's gonna put everything back. How many bad FTKs can you put in one video? This is so silly. Yeah, this is a lot of actions per minute. 2,000 per burn. It's pretty slow, to be fair. All right, we've got Dictator of D in your opponent's hand here. That's just strong silver for gameplay. All right, normal. Keeper of Dragon Magic, discard. We're going to add Polymerization. Gonna fuse into the Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon. Pass. All right, well, I mean, you know, your opponent's just having fun, right? They get to summon a big Blue Eyes. That's cute. All right. We're doing some Lightsworn stuff here, though, so well, let's see where this goes. Full Length Firewall Dargon to Celine. Celine's going to bring back a Lumina. Firewall Dragon is going to add back Makura the Destructor and the Tsuchimina of the Saldred, or whatever his name is. The big tribute spirit monster. We're going to make Yugioh, drawing the remaining cards of our deck here. Special summon out Makura the Destructor. Extra normal summon of the Suhuma Kutsunagi, the Lord of Swords. And we're going to draw a card. And then we've also triggered Makura the Destructor, by the way. The Keldo is going to put back some cards into our deck here. The Lumina is then going to bring back the Twilight Lumina. What did this guy do again? Your opponent can send any number of cards from the field to the grave, then each player draws the same number of cards that were sent to the graveyard. Okay. Goodbye, field. Slifer Sky Dragon. Drawing a bunch of the rest of our cards here. There's an Exodia piece here, but most of them appear to be in the graveyard. Are we like FTKing, extra linking, OTKing our opponent, just killing them in like 13,000 ways? There's triple soul absorption being activated here. Kairu Ryu Emva. Special summon. Overlays with Slifer Dragon. That should be illegal. And then we're going to activate Snow. And we're going to banish 7. And then we're going to chain. And we're going to banish 14. And then we're going to banish 7 and chain. And we're going to banish 21. And then we're going to banish 7 more. That's going to be 28. And then we're going to banish 7. And then we're going to... There's a 4 of 7. Okay, wow. All right, keep going. Keep going, King. 5 Snow banishes. 35 banished cards. We're even banishing Exodia pieces. Chaining the... what's his name? To put back some of your opponent's cards. Soul Absorption triggers 5 times. Alright. For each banished card. How big can we make the number go? 6 times. 7 times. 8. And this one! Wait, you're gonna break the chain links. You're not gonna be able to resolve this. There's too many chain links here. Chain link 13. Chain link 14. Chain link 15. Chain link 16. That's the cap. You can't go higher than that in Master Duel. Why is there a cap, by the way? Look at the size of these monsters! Oh. Wait. So, it resolves 16, and then it just continues where it left off? Is that how it works? It just finishes the rest of the chain? Can you activate and chain things in the middle of that? Mystic Walk. Tribute to gain 60,000 life points. Into Zelantis. Reverso Quiz. Send all of the cards. Choose monster. Lose 100,000 life points or whatever. Banish everything to bring back Snow. Trigger Shadow Serving Strike for Hope for Escape. Shuffle everything back with the Tsuhishima. The Spirit Monster. We're just putting everything back here. Activate Hope for Escape! Look at the log. Okay, I'm confused though. We only had 8,000 life points. How did you pick up your deck? Hope for Escape? Oh, it draws for the difference, even if your opponent has higher life points. So because your opponent gained like, well, you gave your opponent the 100,000 life points or whatever the hell from the Mystic Walk that you gained and then swapping it to your opponent with a reverso quiz. Hope for Escape lets you draw for the difference, not just the whatever. So yeah, you just picked up your deck and drew Exodia. Alright, this is from the coin flip event here. So we're gonna see another Origami incident. Alright, we're gonna activate second coin toss. Your opponent's gonna chain Lucky Chance. If a monster effect is activated, toss the coin, calls it tails. If it matches, something, Pickle Rick. Fetch someone out the Arcana Force. Then your opponent's going to Lucky Chance here. I think it's mandatory, that's why. And then we're gonna chain the head judging. Alright, Lucky Chance, call heads. This guy hits heads. Is that good? Or are you gonna change the coin flip? Okay, into tails. So the what? Yeah, you thought you were smart, huh? Second coin toss. All right, nice. You know what's really funny is he doesn't activate any of the Cup of Aces. He doesn't trust. He doesn't believe. He's waiting for the second coin toss because for some stupid reason this thing's once per turn. Let's go. This is completely natty, by the way. Like, there's no augmentating the coin flip here. This is just... Is this 8? That's 8. This is 9. This is 10. So this is doubling itself 11 times. 12. Are you gonna beat the Master Chef record? 13. He's matched. Can you do 14? 14. This is just out in the wild. This is just in the coin flip. This is 15. 16. No, stop it. What are you doing? 17? What is going on? Something's broken. There's no way. 18. Did something resolve? It's 19. 20. No. 20. And then... What? That is 20 correct coin flips. You absolute demon. You absolute demon. Oh, I bet he fails the So, he wins the 20 in a row, but he loses the Cup of Ace. Wait. What the The Dark Sanctuary. 20 coin flips, 1. Like, loses the Cup of Ace and loses the Dark Sanctuary and gets burned for the 999999 attack. Thanks everyone for tuning in to another episode of Table 500. If you want to submit your own replay, check the description. Link is there. Follow the instructions to submit your Macedo funnies for the next episode. Every 2 weeks, we have Table 500. You can watch them live on stream. Follow me on Twitch.tv if you haven't already. This week's winner, of course, naturally, without ever going to need to go to a vote, democratically elected, 20 coin flip Origami self-TK. See you in the next episode.